Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to you post-stream. I lied to you on the end of the stream. How many other people that were there are still in the chat. I lied to you. I said we're not going to have an episode on Monday. I actually didn't lie. We're not having an episode on Monday. We're recording this on Sunday, February 22nd, right after the USA men just beat the Canada men in the gold medal game with a golden goal of our own. 16 years later, we get our own golden goal. We're going home happy. We're going home with gold. Jake Ottinger is coming home with a gold. Welcome to Clean Sheet of Ice, a Texas hockey podcast. I am your host, Stone Strinkman, joined always by Dom Garcia. How we doing, bud?
Boy, we just witnessed a piece of hockey history, and it was awesome to experience it with our Clean Sheet of Ice crew. Just an unbelievable, not just one game, but this entire Olympics, from my guys in Finland, Sweden, Canada, the United States, and everybody in between. The sport of hockey has risen this level today, and it was an unbelievable. This is top 5 Olympic moment for me among all the Olympics I've watched since I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, look, as a swimmer, 2008, Michael Phelps winning 8 gold medals, first time in history to sweep 8 gold medals as an event as a swimmer. Like that was it. That's it for me. That one, the Olympics, where he wins by 0.01 in a couple of races. You have the 4x100 relay with Jason Lezak coming down from over a body length. Like that is my Olympics. That is my upbringing in American patriotism in the Olympics, right? Michael Phelps, that's my guy. This last week and a half, it's right there. I don't know if it's tied. I don't know if it's above. Getting to know Jake Ottinger, obviously, Thomas Harley. You have all the Finns there too. Like, it was constant, nonstop hockey from start to finish, where you would wake up at 5, 6 a.m., you'd have hockey on, and then you'd go till 5 p.m. at evening time and then start cooking dinner. Like, that's what my days were for the last week and a half. And I had a fucking blast, and America fucking did it. And I cannot believe that it was always USA versus Canada. We thought we were going to get that. And then as we were streaming this game for 3.5 hours, we were on stream on Sunday morning. We woke up early. We started streaming right at 7. And that first period happened. I was like, we might fucking dominate this game. And then the second period happens. We're like, shit, we got to get it together. We got to get it together. And then the third period happens and there's nothing there. There's no goal scoring changes. And then overtime happens. It was absolutely insane.
Just the ebbs and flows, man. Like, those 3 periods were just the epitome of this entire Olympics. And it was so cool to see people come out the woodworks and be like, yo, you're our hockey guy in like our community. Like, are you watching this? I'm like, of course I am. And are you watching this? And I'm like, yeah, man, I get it. I understand why you love this sport so much. And thankfully, like, there were some cheeky moments here and there, but what I am really happy about with this Olympics, just as a fan of hockey, was everything was laid out there, and there was no what ifs. This could have happened, that could have gone. Like, the hockey sorted itself out, and we got an unbelievable finish, men's and women's side.
Yeah, the women, we've already talked about that with Savannah on Friday's episode. We had a blast with that women's live stream during the gold medal match, and then we talked about it the next day. Like, I said it then, and like, you're gonna have little girls and little boys now watching the Olympics, watching those gold medal matches with their families and their parents, and being like, man, I want to go play hockey now. I want to be like Hannah Bilka from Texas. I want to be like her. She's playing hockey on the Olympic stage and winning a gold medal and coming home. I want to be like Jake Ottinger from Lakeville, Minnesota, coming home with a gold medal. I want to be a goalie, or I want to be Matt Boldy, or I want to be Quinn Hughes, or Jack Hughes coming home with a gold. Like, absolutely insane for the sport of hockey. I think it's going to help boost it in America. Obviously, you get to come home with 2 gold medals. You sweep Canada in the gold medal match. They're bringing home silver. You're bringing home gold. What a time. What an experience for Americans to feel the pride of their country and be better at a sport that traditionally is Canada's sport. But for the next 4 years, it's ours. It's ours. We're coming home with gold.
Yeah, we've unlocked that door. We're in that elite class of all the world of hockey now. I don't ever want to hear the United States looked at as any kind of underdog mentality. They have the skill to play with everybody, and to beat that Canadian team who played a really good game. Like, that's what's kind of so sweet about this victory, was both teams played their asses off, and it came down to just a couple of guys shining in the highest point. And Connor Hellebuyck, the United States goalie, he did his thing in the most high leverage game possible, and it was fun to see.
Absolute beast of a game, absolute blast of a gold medal game. If you were American, Canadian, or any other nationality, like that was a hell of a game. Before we get into the game, hit that subscribe button. We're giving away this Mikko Rantanen. Shout out to the Finns bringing home the bronze medal there. Mikko Rantanen bobblehead is given away at 250 subscribers here on Clean Sheet Devices YouTube. We're getting closer. We had a lot of movement during the Olympics, so hit that subscribe button, give us a like, give us a comment, and it'll help us get into the algorithm. It helps us, and it's free. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an episode, because I told you we weren't getting an episode. If you have that notification bell here in about an hour, you'll have an episode pop up on your screen. A little notification bell would help you out. It goes a long way. Thank you to everyone that's already subscribed. Tell all your friends, tell your family, tell everybody. But the gold medal game, like, it's 7 a.m. We're getting on stream, kind of getting into it. The nerves were okay getting into it for us, and it looked like they were good for the U.S. because the U.S. had a really strong first period, dominated the ozone pressure, dominated like shot attempts. It felt like they weren't hitting the net a ton, but then later in that period, you get Matt Boldy skating through Cale Makar and Devon Toews, who play together all the time in the NHL. That is their pair. They have all the chemistry in the world that you would need. They didn't need to build it up for over a week and a half or whatever of the Olympics, like a lot of other pairs had. And Boldy just splits them. The bouncing puck, he gets through and sends a nasty shot, little backhander, just short side there on Bennington. And you're up 1-0, playing Freebird early in that game. Felt pretty good to dominate the first period, have the goal, be up 1-0 heading into the first intermission.
Yeah, and if you were on stream, you kind of heard Stone and Savannah mention this. It's like Bennington was put in a tough spot because of the great play that was made offensively. Like that goal wasn't on Bennington. That was just an unbelievable confidence in yourself to flip that puck over and go ahead and make a play. And Canada, I had a feeling that they would start just kind of weary and very defensive. And that's what we saw. And the United States was able to take advantage of that, passing the puck around. Particularly all of our defensemen looked great early. And Canada was playing that long battle, and it kind of bit them when they go down 1-0.
Yeah, and I think you said it on the stream in that first period. It looked like Canada was playing on their heels a little bit. The defense was like they weren't really in it, right? They were playing a little bit jittery, a little bit behind or whatever in that first period. And then we get to the second period, and it was completely flip-flopped.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The way that the U.S. dominated the first period, the Canadians did it better in the second period, right? They get that goal kind of late. You also have that 5-on-3 opportunity where they had a minute and a half and change of 5-on-3 on the power play with a 43.7 something percent power play percentage is what they came into this game at. You go 5-on-3 with a minute and a half with that squad: McKinnon, McDavid, Celebrini, Makar. Like, it doesn't matter who you're throwing out there, that there's a fucking all-star squad on the power play. And they scored almost half the time throughout this entire tournament on the power play. They go 5-on-3 where Hellebuyck stands on his fucking head, dude. On his head. He had a hell of a amount of saves. You have Charlie McAvoy sitting in the crease at one point. Like, it was an incredible 5-on-3 penalty kill. Like, the kill did great, but Hellebuyck was the winner of that kill all day long. You kill that off, and you end up giving a goal later in the period. But to be 1-1 heading into that third period was kind of a miracle. There were so many wide open nets. You have Hellebuyck with the stick behind his back, essentially, where the puck gets lifted up. If it goes on the ice, that's a goal. It's a good goal, and you're down 2-1, right? Just a hell of a period for Hellebuyck, hell of a period for the PK. And just to be able to survive that going into the third period 1-1, I thought was absolutely massive.
Yeah, and you could tell Canada turned it on like early in that second. I mean, I think the second period was when McDavid gets his breakaway. And like that 5-on-3, Canada had unreal entries. Like, I was like, if they get the puck this deep behind net, like, we're screwed. And we were getting block shots by our guys. Austin Matthews is very good defensively. We need to stop having this conversation, particularly from, I think it's coming from Canadian fans. Like,
Sure.
Austin Matthews is a 200-foot player, and he is the captain of the gold medal United States men's hockey team. But yeah, no, like, nobody would have believed me if I said that the United States would go 3-on-5 and not give up a goal. And they did it. I mean, they came up and made plays when they had to.
Yeah, I mean, the penalty killed, the block shots. So you could just go time and time and time again. Austin Matthews having the stick of his life on defense multiple times in the game was huge. He made so many defensive plays that I kept pointing out on stream. I was like, if Austin Matthews doesn't play this good of defense, America's not in this game. We're just not in the game at all. And obviously, you have a bunch of wide open opportunities where they missed the net or they just couldn't get it out of the crease, out of the scrum in front. There was all of that. But the U.S. had that opportunity too in the first period, a little bit in the second period. Like there's a handful of wide open opportunities where you could be up 2-1, 3-1 and feel a lot more comfortable going in that third period. But the third period, it's chances both ways, you know? Yeah. It felt fairly even. It felt fairly chaotic both ways where you're kind of panicking the whole time. You had 2 penalties there in the third period. You had 4 minutes for high sticking on Sam Bennett, who knocked out Jack Hughes' entire mouth of teeth. All of them. All of the teeth are gone. Just a full-on wrist shot up high, real up high, right? Just right in the mouth. And you saw that happen. You're like, yeah, no, that's 2 minutes for sure. And then it was immediately 4 minutes. Like there was no have to go look at the monitor or anything. And then you have a decent first 2 minutes of it, and you're getting some shots, nothing crazy. And then you get into the second part of the penalty, the second 2 minutes, and you end up taking a penalty there, right? Who was it high sticking? Jack Hughes. So Jack Hughes gets the high sticking penalty. Then he commits one of his own on Nick Suzuki, I believe. And then you've got like a minute 11 of power play time for Canada once that 4-on-4 was killed. And Canada had so many shots, so many open opportunities, and somehow they killed another penalty. They went perfect on penalty kills in the Olympics. The U.S. did. Impeccable.
Like, if you're a Canadian fan, you have to just accept that, like, the U.S. earned this one. And it was plays when they needed to. It was not making the mistakes. And, you know, credit to both teams for playing such a great game on horrendous ice. I saw so many, you know, stumbles and flips and falls, and neither of them batted an eye. They continued to play as fast as they could. And my goodness, like we said in the stream, at one point, the puck's like about to be shot at the net. And then within 3 seconds, it's on the other end of the ice. Like it was so much skill out there. And the boys dug deep. And God, I don't know how you were feeling, but that intermission between the third period and overtime felt like a year's worth of time passed by. It was so slow.
Yeah, because that last like 2 minutes or so, Canada had a handful of good shots. In that last minute, the U.S. had a few chances to end it in the leading seconds, right? So you're sitting there like, and your heart rate's all the way up. So that whole intermission, just like it started to creep down a little bit, the heart rate was going down. I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable going to overtime. And then as soon as the puck drop happens, and I'm like, all right, I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm panicking. Like as soon as overtime happens, because you got Matthews, Quinn Hughes, and Matt Boldy were the first pairing out, or the first trio out there, and you're like against McKinnon, McDavid, and McCarr. Like that's, I understand Matthews, I understand Hughes. I did not understand Boldy, but that's what they had been running all tournament in 3-on-3. It is what it is. They survived that. You survive a few chances from Canada. Like it looked like it was over at one point. Like they were steamrolling in there with 3-on-3 with those three guys. Like terrifying. And it looks like it's going to be over, and then it's kind of a little bit back and forth for a little bit. So start of overtime was terrifying, and you couldn't win a face-off all game long. Couldn't win a face-off.
No. Yeah, well, if you were in chat, you heard us. Like, I think we lost 11 face-offs in a row. And what sucked was there was icings like every 2 minutes. Like we couldn't buy a face-off one.
It was unbelievable how many times that Trocheck and Miller and all those guys go out there to win a faceoff in the defensive zone or the O zone, and they couldn't win it. Like Trocheck was out there in overtime to win a faceoff in the D zone, and they don't win it. And then he's immediately flying towards the bench to get someone else on the ice because they didn't want Trocheck out there 3-on-3.
Oh, man. It was just such a pinball of a game.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was terrifying. That overtime was terrifying. It was just terrifying. And then you just somehow get the puck. Like there's a few shots right there from Canada. You get the puck, it flies up the ice a little bit. Werenski starts going steamrolling. He's going as fast as he can down the ice through the neutral zone into the O zone to fight for a puck where Nathan McKinnon is. And it doesn't look like Nathan McKinnon's moving his legs as much because he thinks he's got the angle. He's got enough time. A lot like a lot of players happen in 3-on-3. Like this happens a lot. It's not a fault of Nathan McKinnon. It's just kind of a normal thing that players do 3-on-3. Like he looks like he has the angle. He's not worried about it. Werenski flies into the zone. He beats McKinnon to the puck and then shoulders him off, like checks McKinnon off of like any morsel of having any chance of the puck, sends it over across ice to Jack Hughes, who has no teeth left. None. No teeth. And he goes 5-hole on Jordan Binnington for a wide open. He's by himself. All the Canadians are gone. It's just Jack Hughes and Jordan Binnington, mano a mano. And he scores the golden goal for the U.S. 16 years after Canada has their golden goal against the U.S. and Sidney Crosby. Jack Hughes is the hero going home. It didn't matter. We said it in chat on our live stream. We're like, who's going to win the golden goal for either team? It doesn't matter. And I said Quinn, and it was Jack. It was Jack Hughes getting the golden goal with no teeth. Hellebuck saving, 40-something shots? 41 shots saved for Connor Hellebuck, first star of the game, bar none. Matt Boldy having a hell of a play in the first period to get you that first goal. And then Jack Hughes sending you home pretty early there in the third or in the overtime. You don't have to panic anymore. There's sticks, there's gloves, there's helmets flying all over the ice. They won gold. They're going home happy. Literally 46 years to the date of Miracle on Ice, U.S. versus the Soviet Union, winning that game, which was not a medal game, by the way, which is crazy that we always remember that one and not the gold medal game. But 46 years to the date, February 22nd, 1980, February 22nd, 2026, going home with the gold. Absolutely unreal. It was a great game. It was a phenomenal game of hockey.
It was, and what was so great about this was we said this on as they're getting their medal, with the exception of Jake Ottinger, because he literally did not play. Every single member of Team USA had an impact at some point at one game, and some of them even multiple, this entire Olympic run. Like everybody raised their level of play and did something to help get this gold medal to the United States. And these guys, man, like there was so much questions and so much talked about and so much to say about how the group was picked. But you know what? That goes all out the window when that gold medal comes back to the United States.
Yeah. And all this shit I've talked about Connor Hellebuck over the last year and a half, right? You get one game grace. The next game in AAC, there's no Hellebuck chance and there's no Otter's better chance. We let it all go out the window for the next Jets game where Hellebuck's starting in AAC. Stars fans, I need you to roll with that. I need you to listen to me. You get one game off. He gets a one game. Everyone gets a one game suspension from chirping Helly. All right. No matter what happens. And then the other side, Bill Guerin. Sorry, I was wrong. And you were right. You came home with gold. It didn't matter how it worked because I said I was going to be so angry if you didn't bring the goal scorers, the top two, Cole Caulfield, Jason Robertson, obviously. If you didn't bring those two guys and we lost by a goal in the gold medal match, I was going to be irate. And I was wrong. We won the gold medal with what looks like a lesser forward group because you went with the team first mentality. You brought Trocheck and Miller and Keller and all these and Kyle Connor instead of Robo, instead of Caulfield, instead of some other guys. You put together what you thought was the best team. And luckily for you, you were right. You brought home the gold medal. You were right. You put together the right team. You have the right coach. You had the right players, and you're bringing home gold. So hand up, Bill Guerin. You're right for 4 years. If you're the GM in 4 years and you don't bring a fucking star, I'm going to ruin your life. This is what's going to happen, but it's fine. We're good. We brought home gold.
We brought home gold. I'm so proud for the sport of hockey, men's and women's side. For my Finns, like they battled their ass off. They could have been in this gold medal game. And I'm very proud of the way they played as well. And I'm very proud of all of the stars, the way they represented themselves. And Thomas Harley is going to be that dude when he comes back. Just watch. You're going to see it. And just the sport of hockey is on another level right now. And it's going to take me, I don't know, months, years to come down from this high of watching that event.
I mean, unbelievable time streaming for all of these games. Unbelievable time with the views and everything else and the social interactions and all that kind of stuff. Like we've had a fucking blast. We've grown a lot and we've had a lot of really, really good times. We're bringing home the gold medal. We played Freebird so many times. Couldn't even tell you how many times we played Freebird. It was a fucking blast. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, liking, and everything. It's been a long time coming for the U.S. to win another gold. It's been 46 years and we're finally here. We've finally won another. We're finally on top of the hockey world on both the women's side and the men's side. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just it's going to take me a few days to just kind of to let that sink in. That all of hockey, the United States is number one.
Men's and women's, dude. It's absolutely insane. Can't wait to talk to Jake about his experience at the Olympics, the Finns as well, because look, while they may have been disappointed, They still came home with bronze and dominated that bronze medal game. I'm not going to talk to Thomas Hartley about silver. No. I won't ask. I have no room to ask him any questions about bringing home silver. I don't want to.
No. And, what I forgot about was how well Miro Heiskanen played for Team Finland. That guy played basically every single game for them and did not bat an eye. Shout out to him.
Yeah. Miro had a fucking hell of a tournament. Him and Essa played really well. Miro was I would say Miro was their best player. Him and Aho were probably the top 2 players for Finland, and they had a great time. We could talk about the coaching discrepancy on Wednesday's episode with Finland and what the time on ice should have been, what it could have been for Mikko Rantanen, but I digress. They still walk home with bronze. Mikko Rantanen is hurt a little bit. He's a little banged up. We'll find out more this week at Stars Practice. We'll be back on Wednesday with a preview episode. I think we're playing the Kraken on Wednesday. The Stars are. We're back in AAC. We'll be back on Wednesday morning with another episode to preview that game, to get back into Stars mode, to put away the U.S. hats for just a little bit, because they're going to come out from time to time. But I don't have to wear it every stream. I don't have to wear it every episode. Dom, you got anything else about this gold medal and history for the first time in 46 years that the men are coming home with the gold medal?
It's such a great moment, but it's been a fun switch. It's been fun getting to know all of these new subscribers that we've gotten and just hopped on the Clean Sheet of Ice ride. And it's going to pick up too. This trade deadline's coming. The Stars will be buzzing. It feels like it. And we're heading for an unreal postseason. So I would stay tuned. Yeah,
we're going to be streaming a lot more. I think we've had a lot of fun streaming these games, so we're going to be able to stream a little bit more. We've started streaming on TikTok, on my TikTok. That was fun. That new crowd there, different people, different energy and all that kind of stuff. Still people in the chat. So we'll be streaming more often. We'll let you know. Just pay attention to the episodes. Pay attention to our social media at Clean Sheet of Ice everywhere. And yeah, what a way to end it with a gold medal, golden goal. Jack Hughes, American hero. What a time. I'm ready to stop talking for a little bit. We've been going for about 4 hours now. But that's it, man. The U.S. go home with gold for the men's and the women's side. What a time. What a fucking game. America's going home with gold. Play Freebird. If you're at home, play Freebird. It was a time.
Just it's so fun to be a fan of hockey right now.
God, it's the best. So if you want more hockey content, hit that subscribe button on Clean Sheet of Ice on our YouTube. Follow us on social media at Clean Sheet of Ice on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me on TikTok at Apollo Stoney. You can follow Dom Garcia 25 on Twitter. He'll tweet during the games as well. We've had a lot of fun streaming with the Olympics, all the Olympics podcasts. So it's officially over. We're getting back into Stars mode on Wednesday. We'll have another episode then. So never miss an episode. Hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. And we'll be back very, very soon with another episode of Clean Sheet of Ice, Texas Hockey Podcast.